we've just been sitting and listening to what supposedly Manchester City are thinking. How do you think Ancelotti's thinking on the way home? He's sitting thinking, by the way, we lost 4 goals tonight, but it could have been 14. And if we have to go at this mob, they're not going to miss as many chances again, which is the complete opposite of what we're talking about with City. You know, you can think it's a negative that we've only won 4-3, but hold on a minute, you've just obliterated a side and somehow given them 3 goals. So are you really going to be scared to go to Real Madrid? Do you think they're really going to be scared? Because this game is going to be the same as the one we saw, going back and forward. Because Man City...
Isn't that what Real Madrid do, though? You can completely outplay them and then still feel, no, this isn't over yet.
Who won the game?
Man City. But now they've got to go to the Bernabeu.
Man City won the game. Hold on a second.
By 1 goal.
So they won the game.
Yeah, they won the game.
It's all about winning the game, right? So they can't go and win again. Absolutely. I'll tell you what, if somebody said to me now, I'm going to transport you back 35 years, which one of these teams do you want to play for in the second leg? I'll tell you who I'm playing for, Manchester City.
Ian Darke's been nodding his head agreeing with Stevie throughout this, I think.
I think it's all up for grabs. I mean, the one thing I just add to the argument here is, you know how Paris Saint-Germain have this kind of psychological block and find a way to exit the Champions League. It's kind of true of Manchester City as well. If Pep's had any problems, it's been in the Champions League where he's maybe overthought games. Remember how they were drawn against Lyon? They should have sailed past Lyon. Pep worried too much about what Lyon had to offer, and they lost it. They went out in Lisbon a couple of years ago. You know, you can think about when they played Liverpool and they were tactically not right that night. This is a brilliant coach who somehow seems to just find a problem in the Champions League. So I don't know whether that's playing in the back of Manchester City minds. I agree with Stevie. I think, you know, if Real Madrid defend like they defended against Barcelona a few weeks ago, or the way they defended last night, Manchester City are going to have a stack of chances at the Bernabeu again. And even Ancelotti admitted it. If we defend like that again, if we give City that many chances, we're out.
Yeah, he absolutely did say that. So, Ali, where are we at? 60-40, 50-50? Who's got the advantage now in this second leg, given that Real Madrid are at home? You've had 24 hours to think about this. I know you were on yesterday. But City do have the goal advantage.
Right, well, okay. First and foremost, I was asked about Pep Guardiola. I was not asked about Carlo Ancelotti's mindset. So, if you had asked me about Ancelotti, I would have given you that perspective. But I was asked about Guardiola. Now, here's the other thing I would say. Stevie said if he went back 35 years in time, well, I would take the result if I were Real Madrid, because that means we have the away goal, and I would be sitting pretty if I were Real Madrid. I'll just put that out there. The other thing I'd say about Real Madrid is... You've got to win the game first.
Only if you win the game.
Well, yes, but... Okay, fine. But they would be feeling better about their situation. Would they not? Yes, they would. Okay. Anyways, all I'm saying is Real Madrid, if I'm Carlo Ancelotti, since Stevie wants that perspective, I'm sitting back and I'm thinking, we could not be nearly as bad as we were in that first leg. We can't possibly play as poorly as we did defensively and the possession of the ball through the midfield. And hopefully we get Casemiro back, which then frees Toni Kroos to do a different type of job in the midfield and allows our possession to be much better through the midfield. That's what Ancelotti is hoping for, and that's what he's thinking. Whether they are able to do it or not, well, that's a different question. So I'll go back to Kay's question, now that I've addressed all of Stevie's concerns. I think is 60-40 Manchester City. They displayed what was a beautiful show of how to play offensive passing in the attacking half. The rotations and the options for players ahead of the ball was fantastic for Manchester City. The final touch wasn't quite there, but they are a better team than Real Madrid. I'm going to say 60-40 Manchester City to advance, but do not, under any circumstance, please do not overlook Real Madrid and be surprised if they find a way back.
Go on.
Pile on Ancelotti again.
Go on then.
It's just something Ali said there. And he's probably right. Ancelotti's probably sat on the plane, another bus or wherever it is, his cab, his taxi, whatever, thinking, we can't possibly defend as bad again, right? All he's got to do, though, is think, oh, hold on a minute. I said that after an hour against Paris Saint-Germain, and I said that after the game against Barcelona. So there's 3 occasions recently they've been a complete and utter disaster.
And yet...
So do you think that you can be as bad again and get away with it?
They can win the league title this weekend. They're still in with a shot of winning the Champions League title, so maybe he does think he can get away with it.
Unfortunately, they've got to play Man City again.
I do just want to get a quick comment from Ian on Karim Benzema. Ian, you've obviously commentated so many players over the years and had the pleasure of seeing so many, but talk to me a little bit about Karim Benzema.
I think he's amazing. I mean, he's getting on to, 34 now, over 40 goals this season. I think he's heading for the Ballon d'Or this year. I mean, that first goal that he scored yesterday, there was absolutely nothing on when that ball came to him, and he conjured up just a phenomenal finish, just instinctively knew where and how to hit it, the only place he could have put it, and he put the ball in the back of the net and gave Real Madrid that lifeline back into the game. And, you know, look, the Panenka, who does that? He's missed a few lately. In a Champions League semi-final, nervously steps up to the ball against a goalkeeper like Edison and think, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just do a little dink chip here. That'll work. And it did, of course. Everything he does, it turns to go. His movement's great. He puts away nearly every chance that comes his way. I mean, there's nothing bad to say about Benzema on the pitch. And in any team he's playing in, you know, you've got a big chance of winning when you've got a striker whose ratio of chance taking is as high as him. Look what they looked like, Real Madrid, without him in the last Clasico we saw.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube, and for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app, and for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.